Welcome to my channel. My name is Kat to the 7th, and I'll be your host today.
So, obviously, yes, you clicked on this and you're probably thinking,
oh my god, Kente, are you looking at Prydwen again? How dare you?
because it's free content. Look here, I don't care if you don't like Prydwen. I never said you had to like Prydwen. This shit is just for fucking content, okay? So now let's move on. Let's go here. Usually what we do for Prydwen, we go straight to the tier list and we start talking and we start yapping. I want to start doing something different for Prydwen Reacts. I want to actually start with in-game scores, because Prydwen, every single patch, gets players. Now, it's usually between 15,000 to 20,000 players on their data. That's the numbers I'm usually seeing, usually between 15 and 20. One time I saw there was like 24,000, so sometimes it's even more than 20. But I just want to see, right? And this is like accurate data because they literally just get the player's UID and they automatically get the numbers from the account. So like this is like actually very accurate from the data they're getting. Obviously, if S ranks have more Mindscapes on them, then they're excluded from this. So if they find an account that has like an M1 Astra, obviously, they're not included in this. So let's start with Shiyu defense. This is the combined data. So it's looking like, yeah, obviously Yeshungwang and Dylan, that makes sense. Zhao also makes sense because most people are using her with the Yeshungwang. Lighter is doing very well. Oh my god. Yo, Lighter popped the fuck off. Yo, my boy, my undefeated champion. It's not Lighter DPS, this is just like him supporting. Okay, Alice did very well. Yo, Bonway! What? Patch 2.6 is finally here, and our first angel has finally come. And alongside her, the long-awaited rerun of Ishwin. And in the second half, we will have Yuzuha and her second angel, Arya. But considering that the last patch had a new Void Hunter, your pulls might be looking oof. But don't worry, I got you back. Because with lootbar.gg, you could be saving big today. As if you were to click on my exclusive link in the description below, new users can save up to 23%, and all pulls will always be at a discounted rate. And after using Lootbar myself for over 2 years now, I can assure you that your pulls are safe. So if you were trying to become a Delulu, why not save some money today? And all you have to do is click on the bundle that you want, enter your UID and region, and within seconds, it will arrive in game. So be sure to check out the link in the description below. And with that out the way, let's get you back to the video. Out of almost 17,000 players, Bonway did that good. Hey, yo, people learning Bonway, good shit. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Huge Bonway guide, by the way, coming either at the very end of February or March. You guys know, people will DM me and they'll be like, bro, why do you sometimes drop the most high quality videos ever at the most random times? So here, I'm gonna let you guys know in ahead of time this time. The next high quality video that comes from my channel, it'll be either at the very end of February or the very beginning of March. It's a Bonway guide. We're working very hard on it, like extremely hard on it. So it's not gonna be random this time. You know what's coming. But yeah, good shit, Bonway. Okay, Eve right under him. Hey, Caesar! Hey, you know what? You know what? As much shit talk as we do for yo, round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. You know what? Good shit, Caesar. Good shit, Caesar. Good shit, good shit, good Caesar. Good shit. Protecting all the casuals. And casuals is, I don't use casual as a slur. There's nothing wrong with being a casual. Okay, Seed. Okay, Seed's doing well. Already knows, people already spoiled it to me that Miyabi's back on T0. The last time we did a Prydwen react, if you guys remember, I was saying if there was going to be a T0 anomaly, it should be Miyabi. I think you can make a very strong argument that she should still stay T0, and people have already spoiled it to me that she's back up there. Okay. Yuzuha, Fufu, Trigger, Lucia, Bernice, Jane, Sambi. Okay, so that's the top row. Oh, damn, Neko. Okay, I wasn't expecting Neko to be that high. What the fuck? Neko's than Ihari. That has to be because there's fewer Neko players, right? And the few Neko players did very well. That has to be the reason, right? And then if it says 0, then there just wasn't enough data. So these 4, there just wasn't enough of the almost 17,000 for them to get data here. Okay. And and it also shows you okay, I like this. It also shows you previous stuff too. Stage 1. Oh, Dylan is, but that makes sense considering the stages. It makes sense that Dylan's that high. That's crazy how, actually no, considering what the second stage is, that makes more sense. Okay, let's move on to Deadly Assault, and then we'll look at the tier list. Let's not do combined data. Let's start with the bosses here. Okay, that makes sense. Like, again, these 3 make so much sense. Hell, the the first, what, like fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like the first 7 makes sense. Not enough data on characters down here, but honestly, like, you can't really blame people for not wanting to use the ice agents against Defiler. You can't blame them for that. And then there's just not enough people playing these other characters in this data specifically. This one had 22,000, so this one was over 20,000 this time. This is new Haru, right? Yeah, new Haru is... I think the last time I looked at Haru, when I looked at these numbers, he wasn't that high on Defiler, so... Hey, new Haru pulling through for people. Well, a lot of this makes sense. Let's move on to Marionette. That is interesting. What is the Miyabi team people are using? Isn't there a way to look at that? Yo, chat, my brain is not braining right now. There's a way to look at the teams most people used, right? I wonder what the most common Miyabi team is in this data. It's below. Got you. Okay, Vivian Yuzu. Okay, Yuzu Ice. Yanagi Yuzu. Vivian Astra. Okay, it's very common Miyabi teams. Oh, we even got some people doing Alice, but the appearance rate on Alice is very, very low. The highest appearance rate is by far the Vivian Yuzu. It's actually, like, funny. I remember when Vivian first came out, I didn't think a lot of people would like using Vivian with Miyabi, but no, it turns out Vivian's very popular with me. Like, extremely popular. Like, look at the appearance rate. Like, 30%, bro. Like, Vivian is extremely popular with Miyabi. The Yeshunwon teams make sense. Easier team. Oh, yeah. It's nowhere near as hard as, like, Yuzu or Mono Ice, so yeah. Okay. Let's move on to Priest. God, this character is so ridiculous. Bro, this character is so ridiculous. The fact that she's doing better than Ishwin for, like... Out of this data, I want to say, like, I want to make sure we're saying, out of this data specifically, like, she's doing better than Ishwin. Your boy Bonway's in the back. Shingi doing very well, but I wonder if that's because of Ishwin. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, that appearance rate makes sense. It's not even 1%, but I've never seen anyone play Shingi with Ye Shunguang, but so the appearance rate makes sense. I just feel like that'd be so awkward because Ye Shunguang just doesn't give a fuck about stuns, you know? So, hey, but if people are making it work, more power to them. Can't judge if people are making it work. A lot of this is about what I expected. There's a few outliers here and there, but it's about what I expected. There's not too many. And then, yeah, just not enough data for these. If we do a combined data here. Oh, wow. Even higher than Ye Shunguang. That's just all from Marionette, right? Because there's not a lot of people using like, we've already, like, shown this. There's not a lot of people using Miyabi. Yeah, it's all for Marionette, bro. Yeah, that's why she's so high. It's all Marionette. Like, go to Defiler, not even 1%. Priest, not even 1%. It's all Marionette. But if we go to Ye Shunguang, right? Ye Shunguang, very high. Ye Shunguang, oh, she still has 2%. I thought she'd be, okay, I was actually expecting her to be less than 1% like Miyabi was on Defiler. Not because she's bad against Marionette, but because like I expected most people to use her against Defiler, I'm surprised she's even close to 2%. And then yeah, that's actually very high here too. So like, yeah, all of Miyabi's appearance rate is just from Marionette, basically. And then yeah, Zhao's gonna, for a very long time, Zhao's gonna be high. Like, I feel like Zhao's always gonna be pretty high on appearance rate as long as Ye Guang is. Just because there's gonna be a lot of people who don't pull Suna. And if you don't pull Suna, then a lot of players are going to use Zhao. So it just makes sense. Dylan at 60%. Okay. Astra's still basically at 50%. 40% on Fufu's not bad. That's pretty damn good. No, that's actually really good for Fufu. Fufu's still helping a lot of people. 40% is very good on appearance rate. So Fufu's still helping. I wonder where most of that appearance rate is coming from. 2% on Defiler. Oh, it's Priest. Yeah. Okay. It's Priest. That makes sense because of Ishwin. That makes sense. Okay. Oh my god, my goat lighter. He did well in the scoring, but his appearance rate is fucking god awful. No, Hugo. No. No. No, even a Mary. No, Hugo. No. Yeah, but everybody has Miyabi. No one's using Hugo. Yeah, but yeah, hey. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you want me to go more in depth on the numbers next time, just let me know. This is the first time we're looking at the numbers like this, but I would like to start every Prydwen React by looking at their data. I'm not saying that their data is like perfect. I just want to look at it, right? Because I do think it's interesting. So this, out of the 22,000, this is the data I got from Daily Assault. We already looked at the Shiyu defense. Shiyu defense was almost 17,000 people. And again, it is accurate because they just take the UID from people, and like they just get the numbers from their UID. So, and again, like if they have mindscapes, they exclude them from the list. So people with like M1 or M2s don't fuck up the data. All right. So yeah, I always want to start with, yeah, it's only M0 in that data. That data was only M0. And obviously M6 for A ranks. But I want to start with the data from now on, and now we're going to move to the tier list. Yeah, people, like I said, people already spoiled this for me. I already knew this. Last time we looked at Prydwen, I said if you were going to have a T0 for Anomaly, it should be Miyabi. I think you can make a very strong argument she could stay up there, and that's what they decided to do. These two make sense. Haru, that's where I was looking for Haru. I'm so used to looking down here for Haru that it took me a minute to find him. My boy Haru. I played him when on the day he got buffed. He felt much better. And I'm not like talking damage. I'm not the expert you need to be asking about for damage. R2 made a video. Go check it out. R2's a lot better of the character than I am. But I can tell you, for someone who doesn't play Haru a lot, he felt a lot smoother, and I was able to pilot him a lot better. And got very good results. Very good results. So Haru, yeah, he feels good now. He feels very good. In terms of gameplay, I'm not talking numbers. In terms of gameplay, I'm talking he feels very good. Actually, you know what? I want a quick rant real quick, chat. Because I was talking to my buddy, but I was telling him, like, I think some players in ZZZ get damage and clunkiness confused. And what do I mean by that? Like, I'll see so many people say a character's clunky, and then I'll ask them, okay, like, what about that character is clunky? And they'll say, well, they're doing this amount of damage for me, like I'm only getting these scores. And I'm like, brother, you said nothing about like clunkiness. You just talking about damage. Damage does not mean clunkiness. If every single character in the game did the exact same amount of damage, what are you gonna say? Every character in the game is not clunky? That's not how that works. A character could do a shit ton of damage and be clunky. Or a character could do smallest amount of damage and not be clunky, right? Like, clunkiness has nothing to do with damage, right? And also, clunkiness is subjective. Some people find some characters a lot clunkier than others. right? And some people will find a character that you thought was clunky very smooth to play. So being clunky is subjective as well. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. I have been seeing that recently. Like for some reason, there's a decent amount of people who will translate DPS to clunkiness, and it's just not how that works. But okay, let's keep going. God damn it, it's time, isn't it, chat? Fuck. Fuck. Oh no. I do not. Oh god, I'm sorry. Seed, I love you. I love you so much, Seed. I love you so much. I promise it's not a personal attack, Seed. I promise you. Oh, it hurts. But I just don't think Seed's on the same level as Sambi. I said it. No. I'm so sorry. No, Seed, don't take it as a personal attack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't think Seed's on the same level as Sambi, bro. It's fuck. God, I wish I was a biased bastard. I'm it. It hurts. I'm sorry. I don't think Seed's on the same level as Sambi. I just don't think she is. But I could see the argument, right? That Seed's ability to get a team up and running with very low investment. There's very few that can do that, right? Like there's obviously others. I'm not saying she's the only one. I'm not saying that. But she is one of the characters in the game that can get a team up and running with very, 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 very little investment. And that's a huge strength for her. But I do think Sambi's better. But yes, exactly. She's very strong for low cost. For people who don't know what cost is just how many limited S ranks are on your team. Every limited mindscape, every limited agent, every limited engine counts as a cost. I don't think the cost system is flawless. I think there's a lot of flaws in the cost system. For example, because a standard S rank engine is not quote unquote limited, they'll count it at zero cost. So even though P5, so you like 5 copies Arena Sig put together, P5. So even though P5 Arena Sig is better than a lot of S rank support engines at P1, people will still say that P5 Arena Sig is zero cost. So I do think there's flaws in the cost system. But anyways, Seed is a very, very good agent at low cost. She doesn't need much to get up and running. Bro, do we got any Grace players? Is she really? Bro, she's one of the characters on this list I can't comment on that much because not only do I not have a lot of Grace experience for myself, there's barely anyone in my community who uses her. Is she really still this low? Did the buff not change shit? Is there just not enough Grace players to like get the true potential out of her? Is that what it is? Oh, she did move up. Oh, I thought she was always T2. Was she T3? Oh, my bad. I thought she would at least be like on Piper's level, but I guess she isn't. Again, I don't have enough foresight to. I don't like commenting on characters like Grace because, like, obviously, I just don't have much, so I have to rely on you guys for characters like Grace because I feel like my opinion on Grace would just be utter dog shit. These 3 characters are basically the same. I do think you can make a very strong argument that Corin and Billy are not only easier to play, but can be technically they can be slightly better than Neko at M0, but like they're basically the same if you look at the numbers. Neko also has very, very good mindscapes, as you guys will see later on in this stream. She has very good mindscapes. She scales very well with mindscapes. But obviously this is M0 Neko, so we can't even count mindscapes now. Ben is always the biggest, never forget that. Ben will forever and always be the biggest. Okay, let's address Miyabi. I didn't really have anything else to say because like my opinion didn't change much on these guys. So if you were looking for my opinion on these guys, my last Prydwen video explains everything. My opinion hasn't really changed on anyone else. Miyabi, like I said last time, I did say you can make a very strong argument for her to go up, and we talked about it for a long time. It's like the moment there is content in the game that doesn't try to fuck over Miyabi, then she's doing very, very well, right? And we can look at previous deadly assaults, right? That is available, right? You don't think so? Well, I know in previous deadly assaults that had like Fiend and Hunter in them, Miyabi wasn't even getting 20k on average, and they had like, I believe Riv showed me it was like 21,000 players. Again, I'm not saying that their numbers are the end all be all, but out of like 21,000 players, the average score on a few deadly assaults ago, Miyabi wasn't even getting 20k on average, right? So like when it comes to Miyabi, the moment there's content that doesn't like actively try to fuck her, she crushes it, right? But there's just so much content in the game actively trying to destroy her. Obviously, if you're still very skilled at Miyabi, you can get through it, but you cannot deny that they have been trying to fuck over Miyabi. There's a reason that this video did so well. It's almost at 30k. There's a reason. Maybe they will stop soon trying to screw her over, but hey, only time will tell. But again, like I said last time, I did believe you could make an argument for her to beat T0. You know, this is random real quick. I'm gonna be really upset because we have 1 minute until the time when they usually drop Drip Market. I'm gonna be so upset if I'm in the middle of a Prydwen react and they drop Drip Market. I'm gonna be so pissed because I'm about to pause this and go do the Drip Market. Okay, Alice and Vivian, I agree. I don't think anything else really changed, and again, I can't really comment too much on. But yeah, I don't think really anything else changed. I do think Bernice is doing better than people were saying last time. Yeah, she did technically get the worst buff out of all the buffs, but she is still doing pretty well. But let's move on to the supports. Suna with the partner tag right now. I'm assuming the partner tag's gonna leave as soon as Arya comes out. I'm assuming. So the thing about Suna is her buffs are worse than Astra, yes, but the damage contribution she's giving to the team is pretty significant. But here's the problem. The damage contribution thing doesn't show it for Suna because her cat's gaze damage, it counts for the DPS, not Suna. That's how they coded it. That's how they made it work, right? So even though it's Suna's cat's gaze damage, it does not count as Suna's damage. So at the end of your runs, it will look like your Suna did no fucking damage, but in reality, she did a little bit more than that, right? She did a little bit more. Her damage is higher than Astra's. Also, I think I found this by mistake. I was just playing her with my buddy, Jay, off stream. We were just trying to do some DA speed runs. And I remember I was using Evelyn because I just wanted to try Evelyn with Suna. And I was in stun and I only had 2,600 decibels. And it was like halfway through the stun. I was like, shit, bro. I'm not going to get my ult in time. Like, there's no way in hell I don't have another chain. So I just kept attacking with Eve, like basic attacking. I did 1 EX special, and like my decibels just shot the fuck up. I'm talking shot the fuck up. It was not just the EX special that gave me those amount of decibels. Her cat's gaze damage gives you more decibels, bro. Like, it helps your DPS get more decibels. I was like, what the fuck? I got my ult? How the hell did I get my ult right there? I was like, oh my god, the cat hitting the enemy, it counted as giving me oh, what the fuck? So yeah, like her cat's gaze actually gives you more decibels on average. It's actually really cool. It's actually like really, really cool. So like if your DPS is like low on decibels, they might actually have a chance of getting their ult just because the cat's hitting the enemy. It's really cool. But Suna's good. She's not bad. She is overperforming just like all new characters, when they come out, they get shield. Yes, she is overperforming. The Ether Veil buff in DA is insane right now. Like, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. But I do think not just people in general, myself as well, after discovering that Suna's cat's gaze, like when it's hitting the enemy, it's giving you more decibels than on average. I went and did more testing with Jay, and he was also doing testing. And it was like, yeah, bro, like this is actually kind of significant. It's not like a crazy amount, but it's enough to notice. Like if you were barely missing your ultimate on another team, if you had Suna, you would get your ult. That's the difference. Like it's only a little bit, but the fact that it can make that difference is really cool. We will have to wait and see how she does in the future. Do you guys think they're gonna release more and more Ether Veil attack agents? Because that's what I'm kind of predicting that they might do. Because how do you get people to get Suna now and on her rerun if she's technically worse than Astriel, but slightly, if there's no Ether Veil shield? You make more attack agents that want Ether Veil. That's why she's better than Astra for Ye Shunguang. So I do think that they might do that. They might make more attack agents that have Ether Veil or want Ether Veil. Yeah, I can see it happen. At least one more, yeah. I can really see them releasing at least one more attack agent that wants Ether Veil. I can also see them releasing an anomaly agent that wants Ether Veil. And you might be saying, yo, that's crazy. What do you mean? Suna's additional ability says attack or faction. It's like a 90% chance that Nangong is going to be an anomaly focused stunner, and she's part of Suna's faction, right? So they could easily be evil and be like, yo, here's this new anomaly agent. They want Ether Veil. Oh, what's that? You want to use Suna? Oh man, looks like there's a Nangong for you guys to pull to make that work. Yeah, they could do that. It would be evil. I mean, I hope they wouldn't do it, but it's hoyoverse. Expect the worst. It would be evil. But everything else, I'm fine with. I agree. Sokaku went down. I think that's fair. She was 0.5 for the longest time. I think that's perfectly fair. Lyacon. I talked to R2 a lot about Lyacon because Lycon's his favorite character outside of Haru. It's a cool buff, but like, it's definitely one of the weaker buffs, but it makes sense. It did make him more flexible in teams, so that's a very good thing. That is probably the most significant thing about his buff, that he made him more flexible in teams. He can be used in more teams now. So like that's probably the best thing about his buff. But like outside of that, it is more days. It's not a bad buff. It's a good buff, but it's definitely one of the weaker ones. But it kind of makes sense because Lyacon was already good. Lyacon was already a very good character. He was by far the best standard banner. So he didn't need like a huge buff. He was already good. Dude, that new Lyacon tech with Hugo is actually so cool. The fact that you're gonna switch to Lyacon back to Hugo into lighter, it's actually so cool. It allows Astral Voice to be usable on Lyacon and Hugo teams. New tech, you haven't seen it? Okay. So you stun chain on Hugo while Lyacon is still attacking. Because like obviously his new state makes him still attack right on the field. So you chain while Lyacon is attacking. As soon as the chain's over, switch to Lyacon. As soon as you switch to Lyacon while he's still in his state, it'll give Hugo a quick assist. So you switch to Lyacon, quick assist into Hugo, then you switch to lighter. And because of this, he now has 2 stacks of Astral Voice, which makes Astral Voice viable now on a Hugo team. Because he got 1 stack from the first Lyacon defensive assist at the very beginning of the fight. He gets the first stack of Astral here. Chain. Switch to Lyacon. Second stack of Astral there. Switch to Lighter. Now he has 2 stacks of Astral. And he didn't have enough energy there. That's what fucked up. But yeah, you can actually do Astral Voice on Hugo teams now. Is it a pain in the ass? Absolutely, especially if you're using Hormone Punk. R2 made sure to mention that. Like, if you're using Hormone Punk on Hugo, it's a pain in the ass. But if you play it perfectly, and if your RNG lines up right, it is better. It's just a pain in the ass. It's a huge pain in the ass. But if you're willing to be that sweaty for your Hugo, you can do that now. I feel like we always say the same thing about Pan and Chingy. They're still doing their job. Especially if we looked at the numbers. I was proud to see the numbers on Caesar. I still do think that she deserves to be in T2. Just because it's so easy to fix Caesar. We've already said this for months now. Just make it where she doesn't lose the buff when you quick swap. Like, good lord. That would instantly fix Caesar. But I was proud to see her numbers on a few things today. Hey, they gave Rena the expert tag. I think that's actually fair. Because turns out you do a lot of the same things with Rena and Nicole. This is the one I don't agree with. Seth being at T3. I just think he does a lot more than Ambi. He should at least be T2 in my opinion. But, hey man, that was an easy Prydwen react. Yeah, again, we're going to always start with the numbers from now on. Just to see their data. I'm not saying it's the end all be all with their numbers, but it's just nice to see. But hey man, other than that, be sure to subscribe for more ZZ content. Join the Discord. We're almost 11,000 members. And yeah, peace out.